The race began. All the men from the international countries let escape. This rider, David O'Loughlin, the Irish national champion, tried to break the race up. But from behind, the CSC team lined up and mowed down the Irishman. The men in black, red, and white charging towards the last ascent up the Manayunk Wall. The field still all together. But they had a big rider that they wanted to get to the front of the sprint. But tucked in right behind was the Toyota team. Last time up the wall, the attacks came left and right, but the men from CSC all across the front of the road kept things under control. But they lost control of the race, and with less than a mile to go, the Toyota United team took over control of the race, trying to set up their two sprinters, Ivan Dominguez and JJ Hayedo. You see the Toyota men there in the blue, led by national professional champion Chris Query. But with less than a kilometer to go, Query faded. The train had to take over. But the Toyota men, they too in turn lost control, and a chaotic sprint ensued with a crash that wreaked havoc within it. And out of that chaos came the sprinters. First one to launch was JJ Hayedo on the middle. On the left came out Dominguez, but taking the prize from the two of them, New Zealand's Greg Henderson from the HealthNet team coming up the inside to take a major victory of his career. What a sprint. They come from all over the world. Last year we had a fine race. The women took the start, but the action started fast and furious. No one able to escape the grip of the T-Mobile team there in their pink magenta jerseys with control all over the race. It looked to be another T-Mobile show, but as the sprint was launched on the right, Tina Pick from the United States, the first to launch, but she's too far behind. In the red jersey is Teutenberg, but coming out from behind her with the other arrow is Regina Schleicher. Conditions in the 70s and 80s, nice calm start, big field as always, but on the approach to the wall, all in the front, the entire Slipstream team launched themselves to blow the field into pieces. Their efforts at the front managed to pull a group away from the field. Slipstream on an aggressive tactic the entire day. 10-man group, got 2 minutes on a chasing field, but the CSC team, pictured here in the field, rips the field apart from behind, chasing down the breakaway. The field is re-caught. O'Loughlin from the Navigators team goes out on his own. He has caught another field, another breakaway group, escapes 25 seconds ahead of the chasing field. They think they have a chance for victory, but behind, look at the entire Slipstream team lined up behind, chasing down that breakaway. They were so aggressive the entire day. They catch the breakaway the last time up the Manayunk Wall, and the entire race explodes into action. The fall from the wall. HealthNet pulls away two riders, try to do it on their own, but at the end, they are caught, and the field is all back together again. Last time up Lemon Hill, a giant field ripping around. Last time up the Benjamin Franklin Parkway in front, CSC tries to set up their train. T-Mobile in the violet jerseys take over the lead out for the train. The sprint is launched, and a terrible crash.
Whoa.
Terrible crash in full sprint.
Whoa.
Riders all over the place. T-Mobile launches a sprint, but tucked in right there in the blue, black, and white, JJ Hayedo. Now, last time up the wall, in the front, Chadwick, followed by Swain Tuff, followed by Francisco Matamoros. Teco's team always in front, Symmetrics always in front. These two teams, every North American big, hard road race, these two teams have somebody in front. They honor their events, they're gutsy, they're generous with their efforts, and they're always an advantage for any promoter who runs races in North America to make sure that these two teams, obviously Type 1 as well, they're part of the circuit all the time. But the visitors from Canada and Mexico always welcome in the United States races because they always perform and always honor their invitations. Davide Frattini, the leader of the King of the Mountain points from the Cola Vita racing team. Jessica, no way that he can be beaten. Nobody in this breakaway except for Glenn Chadwick can score any points in that competition, but not enough. I do not believe for Chadwick to score points and beat Frattini. We'll have to do our calculations, but I believe that Frattini can go home with this King of the Mountains in his pocket. Tuft out of the saddle, fighting up the hill. What does this feel like last time up the hill? The amount of pain through your legs, the cramps, your lungs. This is pure, absolute, total pain.
It is pure hell.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Tell it. Say it like it is.
This Spain Tuffy, I'm just so impressed with this ride, really. The fact that these three guys have held off the field so far, they're going to get over the top of the climb by themselves. It's just a really impressive ride so far, no matter what happens.
Spain Tuff 2006 National Time Trial champion, but more importantly, the best rider, the winner of the UCI America's Tour individual competition in 2007, the best man of the Americas. Francisco Matamoros, one of these young riders that they find with this wonderful team out of Guadalajara, Mexico. The official name of the team is Tecos de la Universidad Autónoma de la Guadalajara. And it is part of a university team that has one of the great soccer clubs in all of Mexico, and this is the cycling version. Chadwick having trouble off the back. Matamoros on the attack, attacking, trying to stay on the wheel of Swain Tough. Look at the power of the big man from Canada, the Grizzly Adams of the bicycle racing world. Chadwick getting back on, but a little sign of weakness there. But the guys made it over the hill ahead of the field. That's a major victory.
That is a major victory, but Swain Tough, he really looks strong considering how long he's been out there. He is the strong man in that break right now.
Now up the hill, final time up the hill. Can somebody attack? There goes Oscar Sevilla. Oscar Sevilla on the attack. We've been waiting for this the entire day. The man from the south of Spain, the man who says, I ride in 100-degree weather all the time. This is nothing for me. Being chased by Ivan Stevich, the world B champion from the Toyota United team. Look at the power of Sevilla, the man who won the Young Rider Award in the Tour de France in 2001, the strongest man of the race all week. Sevilla has been waiting for this attack all week, and now, is it too late? Is it one hill too soon? Too long? Can Sevilla do it? Does he have the power to rip this field into pieces?
This is it. The lead-outs are going to start to get organized.
Ivan Stevich, Toyota, taking up the charge. Ivan Stevich getting a bit of a gap. Ivan Stevich, the champion of the world for the B nations, for the non-traditional cycling nations. Ivan Stevich doing one thing or another, trying to close the gap. But look, the High Road Rider has escaped. The High Road Rider has a gap. He's going for it. The High Road Rider, and it is number 17.
Vicente
Nemo Reigns, the Spaniard from High Road. The man for all our fans in Manayunk who owns a bar in Mallorca, Spain. He owns a bar. It's his off-time job. And he needs a beer. He's on the attack. He's trying to get to the finish line ahead of everybody. Now High Road taking the sting out of the other teams. High Road putting their man Reigns on the attack, forcing the other teams to chase. And Reigns, a High Road rider, a great classics rider, a rider of Paris-Roubaix, a rider of the Tour of Flanders. Reigns opening up a gap, trying to be a solo winner in this bicycle race. Closing up behind. Here comes the field behind.
Oh boy.
This is the field sprint.
Look at them go. And now the last time around Logan Circle. A reduced field, but we are on our way to yet another field sprint. Rock Racing in front, Oscar Sevilla. Kelly Benefice, they have a good rider, Alex Candelario, but he's awfully near the front. They're coming less than a kilometer to go. Sevilla in the front, Candelario being led out by his teammate. Now here comes the sprint. It is launched. For the past 3 times we've had crashes. Let's hope this doesn't have a crash this time. The sprint is launched. HealthNet leading out the sprint. They don't have Menzies. And they're all over the road. Leading out. HealthNet trying to set up the sprint. Sevilla, here comes a rider. Here comes a Rock Racing rider. HealthNet. It is a High Road rider. Sevilla on the outside.
Oh my!
Outside. It is a High Road rider wins the race. It is number 5 in the CSC. It is Maddie Breschel. Maddie Breschel, back from a knee injury. Maddie Breschel, CSC.